Valiant's Top 10 Cheap and Easy Cosplays.
Hey guys, Valiant Brad here with Top 10 Cheap and Easy Cosplays. Basically, this is my very first Top 10 list, so, be kind with comments and judgment and such. Basically, this list is for those of you who want to cosplay, but are like, oh man, that character looks so intimidating, and this character looks so intimidating, oh, I don't know what to do, this is just a list of 10 easy characters that I found that, pretty much anybody can cosplay if they would like to, as a starting point, because, you don't just jump into cosplay and go, oh man, I want to make, a full suit like Master Chief or Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist, or, this or that. We all have to start somewhere. So, this is just my little, tool for those of you who are starting out, who are looking for something easy to pull off, that, in theory, should be recognizable. I know at least a couple characters might not get as much of a response, but it's something. So yeah. So sit back, enjoy, and check out my top 10 list of cheap and easy cosplays.
Number 10, Defendor.
So starting off with number 10, I put down Defendor. Basically, you may not know this character, but he was from a movie actually called Defendor, a Woody Harrelson film, where basically Woody Harrelson plays a person who's got issues mentally, honestly. He's not quite on the same level as a normal person. And he's taken to the crime-fighting thing, kind of like Batman. Except he, isn't a millionaire with lots of resources and everything like that. He's pretty much just an average Joe with a plethora of, honestly, very interesting weapons. Just to name off a few things that I remember seeing in the movie, he used lime juice, he had a jar with some hornets in it, and he carries around a truncheon, basically like a World War II bat kind of thing that they used, because he lived with his grandfather, he inherited the item, blah blah blah. But yeah, basic costuming for Defendor, it's actually pretty simple. An all-black outfit, black pants, black shirt, and, black, something to, cover your head, pretty much, and also, mascara or something like that, just to cover your face. And on his chest, he actually, every time he goes out, he duct tapes a D onto his chest. So no joke. It's literally duct tape, and that's how you do it. I have done this cosplay myself. It was for OhioCon 2012, one of my first cosplays. I could have done better. And actually keep in mind OhioCon 2012, because I'm going to be referring back to that, I think, a couple of more times throughout this list. So, without further ado, let's move on to number 9.
Number 9, Casey Jones.
So, coming in at number 9, we have Casey Jones from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Basically, for those who might not know as much about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it actually started out as a comic book series, I believe in the 70s or 80s, got an animated series, had 3 live-action movies in the 80s, and has had a couple of cartoon resurrections, reimaginings, whatever you want to say. And Casey Jones is kind of a side character in the series. Basically he's another vigilante like the Turtles. He polices New York because he has personal reasons to not like the Foot Clan, the Purple Dragons, basically one of the major gangs in the stores. I don't know if they're the same or not. But, the costume for Casey is, again, pretty simple. He's kind of like Defendor in that he's, a vigilante roaming the streets, but he's not as, honestly, I would say he's not as well equipped in terms of armor and such. Basically, Casey, for the most part, he looks like he's a dude going to the gym to work out. So, sweatpants, tennis shoes, and a, guy muscle shirt or sleeveless t-shirt or something like that. What sets him apart, though, is he also has a hockey mask that he wears over his face to protect his face. He also carries a golf bag full of different, blunt instruments to hit people with. Bats, golf club, cricket bats, just to name a few things. So he's definitely an interesting character. And again, pretty easy like the Fendor. It's just the, golf bag and the different, weapons would be a bit more difficult to do con-wise. But, I figure, wiffle ball bats, maybe some crafted items, could be allowed, I would think, for cons. And hockey mask, I got one at a garage sale. Well, actually, my brother's girlfriend saw it, got it for me because I talked about Casey Jones or something at some point. I forget. But yeah, so Casey Jones, again, another quick, easy character. So, let's go to number 8.
Number 8, the Scout.
Okay, if you are watching this video, unless you've lived under a rock, you probably know about Team Fortress 2. But for those of you who don't know, which is odd to me, but basically Team Fortress 2 is a red versus blue teams game, a la Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, etc. Basically it's a first-person shooter thing. But they're a bit more silly with it. They have, I believe it's 9 different classes, and the Scout is one of them. Basically, his thing is he's a very fast-moving guy, and yeah, he's very fast. He also has a Brooklyn accent, I believe. Not 100%, but basically, in terms of costuming, it's pretty simple. Basically, tennis shoes, really, really tall, I would say, white socks, just pulled up, black sweats, or baseball pants. I know, I don't know terms, but basically baseball pants go down to roughly maybe past the knee or just above the knee, I forget. But, between socks and sweats or baseball pants, whatever you want to call them, it covers the entire leg. And then you can have a red or a blue shirt because the teams are red and blue. And then he also has I believe it's a black baseball cap, and then a quick little headset. And again, kind of comically oversized bat, I want to say. I don't know, you can see it in the picture, but the end is just a bit bigger, I think, than a normal baseball bat is. So yeah, basically he's just a funny, very cocky character who just runs really quick. So yeah, if you want to learn a bit more about the character, look up Meet the Scout. You'll find it. It's on YouTube, it's on the internet, it's somewhere. So yeah, that's basically the character in a nutshell. So moving on to number 7.
Number 7, Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy.
Okay. Now see, this is the point where I saw some hate potentially coming my way because, I'm doing 3 characters in one slot. But, again, this is my list, first off, and second, this is a Cheap and Easy Cosplay characters list. So I wanted to go with as many cheap and easy characters that I could come up with. And One Piece actually has several male characters that I can at least quickly rattle off. Basically, these 3 characters are Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy, the monster trio of the Straw Hat Pirates. Basically, they're the 3 most powerful fighters of the group. Basically, just going quickly over their outfits. Luffy, wears sandals, wears denim shorts, it looks like, and a sleeveless red shirt, and a straw hat. That's why they're called the Straw Hats. Also, for other little details, he has a scar, basically line, then 2 crossing scars under his left eye, I think it is. I forget. But yeah, he's the captain of the Straw Hats. He ate the gum fruit. He's made of rubber. Blah blah blah. Then you also have Sanji. Basically, he's the cook of the crew, but he's also a skilled martial artist, in that he uses kicking for all of his fighting, because he does not want to hurt his hands, because a chef's greatest tools are his hands. So yeah. Basically, usually, he's dressed up, very nice black pants, dress shoes, and a black, suit coat that is buttoned up with 6 buttons. So I think the term is double-breasted. I honestly forget. But yeah, he has blonde hair and a curly eyebrow that actually swirls inward. It's interesting looking, to say the least. But he also has some other outfit variations, but this is just the basic, one that he's normally known for. And then you have Zoro, the swordsman, the first mate, and the second most powerful crewmate. Basically, Zoro's costume is black shoes, black pants. I went with dress pants, because sweatpants, I couldn't carry all of my stuff, like my wallet and keys and such, as easily, so just go with dress pants. A white shirt, and then he has a green haramaki. It's basically kind of like a sash that he wears around his abdominal area, and then on his right, wait, yeah, I think it's right or left shoulder, he usually carries a black bandana that's tied onto his arm. I tried that, and basically what I just ultimately decided was that I would just, cut little holes in the sleeve and then just feed it through there. That way it wasn't sliding off, because it would slide off all the time. And he also has short green hair. And he carries 3 swords, because he is a pioneer of the Santoryu fighting style, 3-sword style. Because he made a promise to his friend that one of them would become the greatest swordsman in the world. She unfortunately passed away, pretty much I think the next day, unfortunately. And he carries her blade along with the 2 blades that he was using that day, until events happen and he gets new swords. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the One Piece series, and really quick, these are very easy and very easily identified characters that you can do from the One Piece series, so that you can get some, love and respect. And if you're a One Piece cosplayer in Ohio, I might know of a group you might want to look into. But that's for another time. So let us move on to number 6.
Number 6. Lucas Lee, Todd Ingram, and Gideon Graves.
Okay. I'm gonna say my bad, because I didn't intend for this to happen, but how I felt the list fell, it kind of worked out this way. But I have another 3 characters, unfortunately. Basically, these are 3 of the evil X's from the comic, graphic novel, and the movie Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. These X's are Lucas Lee, the second evil X, Todd Ingram, the third evil X, and the final evil X, Gideon Graves. Basically, I chose these characters because, well, Lucas and Todd I wanted to cosplay a bit at one point, and Gideon, I've met a dude who would very easily pull off Gideon, honestly. And also, I just like the character, so I might want to cosplay him at some point, too. But, again, these are very easy characters. Starting with Lucas, basically he wears, jeans, a leather jacket, and I believe a white t-shirt that just has the number 2 on it. Other details that might help you out with him, he's an actor, he's known as a great skateboarder, and yeah, I'm not sure what else to really say here. I really liked the portrayal of the character in the movie, so that's why I wanted to do this character. I'm trying to throw in those details because I tried this also at one point, but it didn't work as well because I had nothing. So I don't know. You might want to look up some pictures of the character from the movie for this one. Todd, that one will be a bit easier kind of. Basically, again, in the movie, he wore pretty much an all-white outfit. You know, white shoes, white pants, white shirt, with the number 3 across it. Because he's the third Evil X. I know. And he also had white hair that really, like, kind of spiked up because he had psychic powers because he was... Oh, I can't remember the exact term, but he was a serious vegan. Like, if you hit a serious enough level of veganism, then you get psychic powers. Though, to be fair, you also are policed very heavily by the vegan police, or something, I forget the term. But yeah, whenever he was like powered up, his hair would go up a bit, and his eyes would literally white over. And it was pretty cool and badass, to say the least. And then you have Gideon Graves. Basically, he was the leader, you know, of the Evil X's. He put the group together because, you know, he didn't want Ramona living a happy life with some other dude because he's a dick like that, apparently. But I can't really remember many of his outfits. But basically, in the end of the movie, he was wearing, you know, jeans, like kind of, I guess, a dress shirt and like a buttoned up, not buttoned fully up, but buttoned at least once in the middle, white dress suit coat, and glasses. See, because I wear glasses. He was a famous record producer in the, you know, that's his backstory, and he dated Ramona before she moved to Toronto, Canada. Not sure what else to really say about the guy. So I think I will just move on to number 5.
Number 5, Bandit Keith.
So, number 5 is Bandit Keith from the series Yu-Gi-Oh! Basically, he was the former Intercontinental Duel Monsters champion. In the original anime, they didn't really give much personality to him besides, you know, he was wearing the American flag and, like, he was an awesome duelist who liked machine-type monsters in his decks. But, looking into some of the backstory, he basically was known to be Bandit Keith because he was kind of a bandit in the Duel Monsters tournaments in the U.S., in that, you know, he would usually win and make a lot of money. Bandit. I believe his real name is Mark Keith, if I remember right. But yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which my version of the character is more based off of, he's basically a serious, like, America nut. You know, always saying in America, relating things back to America, etc. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. But his usual attire is boots. I believe he was usually wearing, you know, like jeans or like khakis for some reason. A red t-shirt, a black vest with like studs around the elbows, down the center, black sunglasses, and an American flag on his head. Because, as he said in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, I'm sorry, I need a moment, but as he said in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, you know, you're not a true American unless you're wearing a flag on your head. I botched that quote so badly, but that was basically the message of it, because it was a response to something. I might try and work that clip in really quick. But yeah, that's Bandit Keith. Great lover of America, very ridiculous character, and kind of a cheating jerk in the series. So not the best person to role model yourself after, but an easy enough character to pull off. So, with that, let's move on to number 4.
Number 4, Lucas and Ness.
Alright. I know I'm cheating again, but, you know, as many characters as I can work into the list, feasibly. Basically, Lucas and Ness from the Earthbound/Mother series, and also, they might be a bit... They're also known to make appearances in the Super Smash Bros. Games. Basically, I chose both characters because looking at their outfits, like, they're quite similar, honestly. Let's see. Tennis shoes, shorts, yellow shirt with stripes. Let's see. Ness's shirt has purple stripes, whereas Lucas's has, I believe it's red or orange. I have the picture up over there, so I'm looking that way. Also, Ness has a red ball cap with like a purple or blue bill part, and then Lucas's hair kind of goes up in a interesting blonde shape thing, and Ness's hair is black or brown. I can't quite tell, but yeah. Also, Ness has a backpack on. I don't know. Again, just trying to throw in as many quick details as I can that will help you to put together the cosplay in case you want to try and do it. So yeah, I do not know as much about the Earthbound / Mother series, so I can't really go into their backstories, and I do apologize for that. I was just going off characters that I've seen / know about that you could put together the costumes for. So yeah, sorry about that. But really, that's about all I know for costuming for those two. So we'll just move on to number 3? Yeah, 3.
Number 3, Brock.
So, for the third character, I chose Brock of Pokemon. Basically, I chose this character because I've had people say to me, "Oh man, I think you would make a good Brock." I'm not 100% sure why. Maybe it's the tanned skin or the squinted eyes. Yeah, I have brown hair, and I can wear orange and whatnot. So maybe that was it. But basically, Brock is known for being either Ash's, one of Ash's first friends on his Pokemon journey, or the first Pokemon gym leader in red, blue, I think leaf green too, I forget. I'm not 100%. But basically his usual outfit is tennis shoes, brown jeans / dungaree kind of things, I don't know how to describe them, an orange shirt with a green vest over it. For my green vest, basically I cut a t-shirt up the middle and then I cut off the sleeves. His thing looks like it has some pockets or something, but I couldn't find anything on such short notice for it. I put it together for, I think it was OhioCon 2015, I forget, but yeah. If you want to add some more things to the character, you can also make a little Geodude thing, which I did. I'm not sure if I put a video up about how I made it, but if I did, here's a link to it. Also, he has an Onyx, basically a rock snake type of thing, which would be a bit hard to carry around, but I have a quick idea for that as well. Basically, go to your local arts and crafts place, get some styrofoam balls, no joke, run some string through them, or bungee cord like I like to use, and basically, you can use that as an Onyx. Also, cover the styrofoam balls in duct tape. One suggestion that I heard that was really good for my Geodude at the time was to use sand to make it more gritty, like rock. Not 100% sure how I would have done that, but it's an idea if you want to explore that route, which I kind of want to myself in the future. But yeah, those are just detail things that'll help you out. Also, another quick little stupid accessory thing that I've seen roaming around the internet. Basically, there's a meme from one of the episodes whenever he's holding a frying pan over his head and he says, "It's a drying pan." I will post that picture after this as well, so you can see that and shake your head and sigh like I did. It's a funny thing. People will appreciate at cons, I'm sure. So, I don't know, something to help set apart your Brock from the other Brocks, because I've seen a couple in my day, but I don't know. Just in case you run into Brock Con for some reason. Also, just remembered, Barack Obama. Though with that one, pretty much the one I've seen is, dude in a suit, and then he's wearing basically a cutout of the animated face over his, as a mask. Oh boy. I know, we're almost there. So let's just move on to number 2.
Number 2, Frank West.
Guess what? This is another character that I've done. Frank West of the Dead Rising series. For those of you who may not know the character, basically, the Dead Rising, the first game, takes place in a place called Willamette at the local shopping mall. Basically, some sort of weird zombie apocalypse thing has kind of broken out, and Frank West, being an investigative reporter who has covered wars, has decided to drop into the zone to try and figure out what's going on and, crack the case and, I don't know, make photojournalism money and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah. I chose this character just because he was funny and interesting and also very easy to make. And also the Servbot mask thing, I'm a bit of a crafter, and actually this led to my first cosplay crafting item, the Servbot mask. Bam. Picture. But, yeah. Basically, Frank's normal outfit is, khakis, white dress shirts, black sport coat, and a camera hanging around his neck. And then in the picture that I've got on there, I believe he's holding a baseball bat. Now, the interesting thing with the Dead Rising series was that because you were in a shopping mall, you could pick up pretty much anything and use it as a weapon, or you could put on a lot of different crazy outfits. So, if you're walking around a con, some of the things that you could do to help set apart your Frank West is, have some different, anime, video game-related items on your person, like a Keyblade, or, Gaara's, gourd from Naruto, or, I don't know, I'm blanking on ideas right now. But you get the idea, he could put on different things, or he could use different things as weapons in the Dead Rising game, so it would make sense at a con to see, Frank West running around with, all that random crazy stuff that you'd find at cons. Again, just a thought. Whenever I first did it, it wasn't as recognized, but also, I don't know. It was one of my first cosplays. It was Colossal Con 2013, I think. Yeah. I wasn't a very good cosplayer in the beginning. Now I'm at least recognizable. But, yeah. I'm just going to move past that and move on to, unfortunately, my most shameful of these, number 1. Because I did this one also, and I'm not proud of it. Oh, but first, let's check out some honorable mentions, because apparently 10 is a finite number, and I can't get in as many cosplays as I wanted to, even though I cheated and got a few more in. So anyway, first, some honorable mentions.
The honorable mentions: Ernest P. Worrell, Waldo of Where's Waldo, the Wii Fit Trainer. Number 1, Superman.
You're still watching? Or you skipped specifically to this part? Right. Well, I can't just, walk around it anymore. Number 1 is my version of Superman. I'll be honest, like I said before, I'm not proud of this. This was one of my very first cosplays. And because of this, this is what actually got me into cosplay. Basically, I went to New York Comic Con 2011, I think, or 2010. I forget the year. With my cousin who lives in New York. Thank you for that, Alex. But, yeah, I wasn't cosplaying at that time. I went to the con, saw all these cool different characters, like Kick-Ass, just a lot of comic characters. And conveniently enough, I packed a Superman shirt that I'd gotten some years ago for Christmas with my stuff. And also at the time, I was known for wearing button-up shirts. I don't know, I thought it looked cool. I was a dumb nerd. / am still a dumb nerd. But basically, my version for Superman, what I did was, I was just walking around in my blue jeans. I had my Superman shirt on, and I had my red button-up shirt, so, like, basically, I just, like, buttoned the top button, and then just had the shirt flowing behind me like a cape. With that, I was walking the floor with Pat and Alex at one point. We ran into a Super Mario cosplayer, like, he had the cape and everything, and I got some pictures with him, and that was the point whenever I decided I want to start cosplaying. Unfortunately, and I know I'm this is legit how I feel about it, by the way, but whenever I went to OhioCon, I believe it was that next year, so it had to be 2011 or 12, but anyway, I did the Superman thing that I did at New York Comic Con, and I did Defendor. Those were both crappy and rushed cosplays, and honestly, I feel like an asshole for having tried to pass those off as cosplays. Like, it's okay to do those things, maybe as a joke or something like that, or like if it's very last minute, but I'd planned on going to the con for months, I'd had time to prepare and everything, and what did I do? I basically slapped the idea, hobby, whatever, of cosplay in the face by doing that stupid crap. So, yeah, I'm honestly kind of disgusted with who I was then, and, thinking back on that now, every now and again, like, I'm just, like, I was such an idiot, and I'm so sorry to the rest of you who are serious cosplayers. Whether you thrift things, make things, buy things, like, you're trying. I, had something that, was stupid and got a picture or two, and, like, I decided, oh, it's fine enough. I have learned to not be a jerk. So, yeah. That is my number one, my version of Superman. I don't plan on touching Superman again at this point, with an updated version, just because I'm not as into the character. Like, he's a cool character and all, but he's also kind of a cliche cosplay character. So, yeah. That's all I've really got. So, let's just skip to the outro. Well, guys, there you have it. That's the top 10 list. There are, as you may have noticed, there are a couple of those cosplays I actually did myself. The Superman thing that I put up there, I'm not as proud of myself, like I explained, but, it was kind of how I started with cosplay, like how I got inspired to actually make things and do things and try things. So I might not like it, but I have to acknowledge it as part of my history in the world of cosplay. So yeah. That's all I really had. So my question now to you guys is, do you have any cheap and easy cosplays that you'd like to suggest to add to the list? Like I said, this is my thing for newer cosplayers who want to find something cheap and easy to work on. But maybe you have other characters that I didn't see, I haven't thought of, I didn't figure out how to make cheap and easy. If you have those, leave those in the comment section below. If you have thoughts for other top 10, cosplay characters lists or whatever, let me know. I have a few ideas, and I'm going to try and work this into my rotation of videos. And honestly, that is about all I've got. So, as always, guys, have fun, stay safe, and never lose that creative spark. I'm Valiant Bradley James, Cosplay Enthusiast. Peace. Hey guys, first off, I want to say thank you for watching the video. This is just a quick thing at the end. If you have an interest in watching more of my work, I will put up the link for my Facebook. Basically, it will cover the other Cosplay Enthusiast videos or Cosplay Craft videos that I've done, in case you are curious about some of my other work and would like to learn something or see what I've done so far. Also, if you are an Ohio cosplayer, I have a group called Ohio Cosplay Meetups. Basically, it's something I came up with where, Ohio cosplayers can just talk with other people. Maybe you're part of a certain fandom and you're looking for other people to join up with. Might be able to find them there. Maybe you're looking to set up events for your area. In the spring I've seen a lot of, oh hey, cosplay meetups for this fandom or that fandom, or just let's hang out. That could also be a good place to, make an announcement like that. I've seen some stuff so far in the last year or so that I've had it up, and it works pretty well. So, if you're interested, guys, click for, my Facebook page, or you click over there for my Ohio Cosplay Meetups group. Again, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll catch you next time. Valiant Bradley James, out.